Hey everyone, welcome back, and we're going to be doing a speed build renovation. So here's the original home, and the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to gut the entire home. So that just means deleting all of the furniture and interior walls and starting with a blank slate. So here we are, and I'm just kind of planning out what I'm going to be doing at this point. From there, I go ahead and I make a totally new layout. So here's the new floor plan, looking good. I can see 2 bedrooms in there and 1.5 baths, and then an open concept living area. So this is what we're going to be working with. Then I go in and I add some flooring and I paint the walls just so it all looks neat and tidy. And now we're going to go in and add some interior doors. So this is just going to further add to planning out the layout and how the Sims are going to access the different rooms. So I'm just finding out where to put the doors there. Finally, I'm going to add in the exterior doors, so the front door and the back door, and change up the windows. Then I'm going to adjust the porches in the front and the back just to align them with the rest of the home. And here I'm just touching up the roof to make it a little bit more modern, and I'm going to be fixing up the front roof as well just to match the back of the home. Here I like to go in with a dark roof. I decided to go with this modern black roof here, and I am centering the home on the property. I know that usually you don't do that in a renovation, but I wanted to. At this point, I'm going to go in and start with the kitchen. I always start with the kitchens when furnishing the homes. So I'm adding in the counters and all the appliances, and I'm also going to furnish the rest of the home. So here I'm just going to add in some furniture for the living space, and the rest of the home will be furnished as well, but I didn't include all of that in this video just to make it nice and quick and simple. I also go in and add some lighting. I like to add lights in all of the rooms. Usually I do that at the beginning so that I can see a little bit better, but here I'm kind of adding them in halfway through. And then I'm going to add in some plumbing, so some of the bathroom items here, like the shower and the toilet and the sink. And I like to add in some other little elements as well, like the toilet paper holder and a little hand towel holder as well off to the side of the sink. And the build is slowly starting to come together here, so I'm really liking how this one is turning out. I always usually use the same exact sink for all of my bathrooms. So now we can start to go to the outside, and I'm going to add in some fencing. This is actually probably the same fence that was originally with the home. I deleted it, and I'm adding in a new fence here as well just to block off a section for the backyard, which actually ended up being a pretty big backyard, bigger than I was anticipating. So I'm going to add in a little garage here to kind of go with the rest of the homes that are on this road. All of them seem to have a little garage that faces this alleyway in the back, so I wanted to do something similar but still keep the garage looking in the same sort of style to the rest of the home. You'll see here in a minute that I'm just going to literally copy the side of the home and paste it on the garage. And now we're going to move on to doing some of the landscaping. So I'm going to place some patio stones to make a little pathway from the front of the home to the back of the home. And I'm going to be touching up the backyard in a minute too. It took me a while to figure out what to actually do with this backyard just because there was so much space. I usually work with much smaller backyards, but it turned out to be a really cute spot, and I think it will be the envy of the rest of the neighborhood. So here I'm just touching up the rest of the patio stones, and now I am going in and adding some final touches to the backyard, putting some furniture in there, making it really cozy and looked somewhat lived in, like someone could actually be living in this home and utilizing this backyard. And I always like to test out the exterior of the home in day and night as well, or I just kind of flip through all of the different times of the day just to see how the lighting works. And it's looking pretty cozy in here. I actually added in some little string lights just to make it a little more cute, and I just really like to use those lights whenever I get the chance to. So in a moment here, I'm going to be finishing up the backyard. Usually what I like to do at the very last is the landscaping. So I'm just adding in some plants, a whole bunch of plants just to fill in these little kind of garden areas that I've placed around just to fill in some space, but also to make it a little bit more lively and lush. And here we're going to be doing some more landscaping and adding in some larger trees to create kind of like a little bit of a privacy screen. And we're going to continue with the landscaping over here, just adding in some flowers and bushes along the side of the home at this little basketball court area, which is off the back of the garage. I actually really like this area. It's pretty cute. I never include this in my homes, so this is pretty unique to what I usually do with my builds anyways. So really just filling in those spaces, making it look really full and vibrant. And the final touches that I like to do are going in with some terrain paint and just putting a little bit of dirt around the trees. I just find it makes it look a little bit more realistic. And there you have it. That is the finished build and it is up on the gallery. Thank you for watching.